Hey there, and welcome. Let's talk about assessments. Today, we're going to lay out a blueprint for building ones that are actually credible, trustworthy, and, well, useful.
I mean, really think about it. We rely on these things every single day, from a simple restaurant review that decides your dinner plans to a huge corporate audit that can literally move markets. And of course, your own performance review at work. We make these high-stakes decisions based on assessments all the time. So what's the difference between one you can bank on and one that's just noise?
And that right there is the core problem. See, when an assessment doesn't have a solid foundation, it doesn't just fail quietly. Oh no, it causes chaos. It can sink a project, totally demoralize a team, and lead to some really, really bad decisions. The only solution is a robust framework. And today, we're building one from the ground up with 10 essential pillars.
So let's start at the very beginning. Think of these first few pillars as the concrete foundation for our entire structure. You have to get these right, or everything else you build on top is going to be shaky. And pillar number 1. You could argue this is the most important of all, because if you mess this up, nothing else you do is going to matter. It all starts with one single fundamental question.
Our very first pillar is clarity of purpose. Plain and simple. What are you actually trying to do here? Are you trying to measure the impact of some new program? Are you just checking for compliance? Or are you trying to figure out how effective a team is? Without a crystal clear why, you're just measuring for the sake of measuring. And that's a massive waste of time, money, and everyone's goodwill.
Our second pillar actually combines two ideas that get confused all the time: validity and reliability. Now, validity asks, are we measuring the right thing? And reliability asks, are we measuring it consistently? Think of it like this. A bathroom scale that's always exactly 5 pounds heavy is super reliable. It gives you the same wrong answer every time, but it's not valid. For an assessment to be worth anything, you absolutely have to have both. No exceptions.
And the third pillar that cements our foundation is evidence-based rigor. This just means your conclusions have to be built on solid, verifiable data. Not gut feelings, not, well, this is how we've always done it, and definitely not some random story you heard by the coffee machine. Hard evidence is what separates a professional assessment from just an opinion.
All right, our foundation is poured, it's set, it's solid. Now we can move on to the next phase. It's time to draw up the architectural plans. You know, the part that gives our assessment its shape, its structure, and its integrity. So, this blueprint is built around 3 core design principles. These are our pillars 4, 5, and 6: comprehensive criteria, transparency, and stakeholder involvement. Think of these as the load-bearing walls of our structure. They make sure it's balanced, open, and actually built for its purpose.
Pillar number 4 is comprehensive criteria. A solid assessment can't have tunnel vision. It's got to look at the whole picture. That means you're evaluating for relevance, efficiency, effectiveness, sustainability, and, really important, equity. You have to make sure the standards apply fairly to everyone. Covering all these bases is how you make sure you don't have any critical blind spots.
And that brings us right to pillar number 5, transparency. It really is as simple as showing your work. It's like making your architectural blueprints public for anyone to see. When people can look at exactly how you reached your conclusions, no secret formulas, no hidden criteria, it builds an incredible amount of trust and credibility. Building right on top of that is pillar 6, stakeholder involvement. I mean, you'd never design a building without talking to the people who are actually going to live or work in it, right? Same thing here. Involving stakeholders, the people who are directly affected by the assessment, makes sure it's relevant and grounded in the real world. And this isn't just about being nice. It makes the final result fundamentally stronger and way more legitimate. So, we've got our foundation and we've got our blueprints, but is our structure actually going to stand up in the real world with all its messiness and complete unpredictability? This final set of pillars is all about resilience and practical real-world application. So pillar number 7 is flexibility and adaptability. Look, the world doesn't stand still, which means a rigid framework is a brittle one. It's going to snap. A truly robust system has to be able to bend a little when new data pops up or priorities shift. That's what allows it to stay relevant without completely breaking.
Next up, pillar 8, practical usability. This one is so important. A theoretically perfect blueprint is completely useless if nobody can read it. Your framework has to be accessible and user-friendly so the people on the ground can understand what it's telling them and, most importantly, act on it. If they can't, then it's all just an academic exercise.
Our ninth pillar, ethical considerations, is completely non-negotiable. Assessments almost always involve people, and your most valuable asset here is trust. The entire process, from start to finish, has to be designed to safeguard fairness, protect confidentiality, and treat every single person involved with respect. If you lose that trust, the assessment loses all its credibility, period.
And that brings us to our 10th and final pillar, continuous improvement. A great assessment framework isn't something you build once and then forget about. It's a living system. It actually learns from itself. Each time you run through it, it's a chance to refine the process, making it stronger and more effective for the future. This is like the maintenance plan that ensures your structure doesn't just stand, but actually gets better over time. And there you have it. From one simple question to a complete 10-pillar structure. We've laid the foundation, we've drawn up the blueprint, and we've stress-tested it for the real world. This is your guide to building assessments that are not just accurate, but also fair, trusted, and genuinely useful. If you remember just a few things from our chat today, let it be these 4. 1. Always start with your why. 2. Be open and bring other people into the process. 3. Ground everything you do in hard evidence. And 4. Never, ever stop learning and improving. That's pretty much the core of any successful assessment. And that's the real question, isn't it? This isn't just theory. This is a practical tool, a real blueprint that you can use right now to bring clarity, fairness, and credibility to your own work. So what will you use it to measure, to understand, and to improve? The blueprint is all yours. Go build something great with it.